Salisbury Plain, shrouded in morning mist, stretches out like a vast silent sea. The air is thick with anticipation, and every breath feels heavy with the weight of centuries. Here in this ancient landscape, time seems to slow, and the boundaries between past and present blur. Stonehenge rises from the fog, its massive stones looming like ancient sentinels guarding secrets older than memory. The monument's silhouette is both haunting and majestic, a reminder of the mysteries that have drawn people here for thousands of years. Our team of archaeologists and geophysicists moved quietly, their footsteps muffled by the dew-soaked grass. With careful, almost reverent precision, we laid out ground-penetrating radar, each piece of equipment handled as if it were a sacred relic. The sense of purpose was palpable. We were not just scientists, but explorers on the edge of discovery. We weren't here to disturb, but to listen, to uncover what lies beneath, not just why the stones stand. Our mission was to respect the silence of the ages, to let the earth itself reveal its stories without intrusion. Every movement was deliberate, every decision weighed against the responsibility of preserving this sacred site. The wind whispered through the trilithons, echoing the voices of those who came before. It carried with it the faintest hints of ancient rituals, lost languages, and forgotten dreams. In that moment it felt as if the stones themselves were alive, watching and waiting. Our mission was clear: to find evidence of tunnels or hidden chambers, long rumoured in local folklore and whispered about by generations of storytellers. Legends spoke of secret passages beneath the plain, of chambers where ancient priests once gathered, and of mysteries yet to be revealed. Dr. Aris Thorne, our lead geophysicist, checked the final settings, excitement lighting his face. His hands moved deftly over the controls, years of experience evident in every gesture. The anticipation in the air was electric. We all felt it. The generator hummed steadily as we sent pulses deep into the chalky soil, watching the radar screens for the faintest echoes. Each blip and wave on the monitor was a potential clue, a whisper from the past. We searched for voids, for anomalies, for any sign that human hands had shaped the earth below. As the sun burned through the mist, the stones cast long, dramatic shadows across the plain. Our vigil had begun, and with it, the hope that today, the ancient ground of Salisbury Plain might finally yield some of its secrets. The data at first revealed only what we expected: traces of old digs, ancient pathways, and natural fissures in the earth. These were the familiar signatures of centuries of human activity, the kind of evidence we'd grown accustomed to finding at sites like this. The ground, marked by the passage of time and countless generations, seemed to hold no more secrets than usual. We catalogued the patterns, mapping the subtle scars left by ancient tools and the slow, patient work of water and roots. It was routine, almost comforting in its predictability. But then, as we sifted through the latest scans, a flicker appeared on the screen, a deep, uniform reflection, far below any known activity. It was unlike the scattered echoes of old trenches or the jagged lines of natural faults. This was something else entirely. A signal that seemed to pulse with its own intent, as if waiting to be discovered. Chloe, our technician, was the first to notice. She called us over, her voice tight with excitement and a hint of disbelief. "I'm getting a strange, perfect signal." The room fell silent as we gathered around her monitor, the air charged with anticipation. We all knew in that instant that this was no ordinary anomaly. We recalibrated our instruments, double-checked every connection, and sent a focused pulse deep into the earth. The return was astonishing, clear, strong, and unmistakable. It was as if the ground itself was answering back, revealing a secret it had kept hidden for millennia. What we found was not a void, not an empty space or a collapsed cavern, but a massive, flat, solid object, buried 50 meters beneath the henge. The shape was too regular, too precise to be natural. It defied every expectation we had. Larger than Stonehenge itself, impossibly dense, the signals bounced back as if from a shield of metal or stone. The object's boundaries were sharp, its surface unyielding to our probes. It was as if we had stumbled upon a monument built not by hands, but by some force beyond our understanding. We triangulated its position and shape, a perfect disk, geometric and utterly alien to the archaeological record. The data suggested a symmetry and scale that no known civilization could have achieved, at least not with the tools and knowledge we attribute to them. No known culture could have created or buried such a thing. We compared it to every artifact, every structure in our records, and found nothing even remotely similar. The mystery only deepened as we realized how out of place it was, an enigma buried in the heart of history. The old folklore of tunnels and hidden chambers paled in comparison. We'd found something that could rewrite history itself. The implications were staggering. What purpose could such a structure serve? Who or what had placed it there? Our discovery raised more questions than answers, and the excitement in our team was matched only by a growing sense of awe. Beneath Stonehenge lay a structure of impossible size and perfection, a silent witness to a forgotten chapter of the world, one that was waiting patiently to be uncovered. The disk was only the beginning. Our refined scans revealed it wasn't inert. It emitted a low-frequency hum, a deep, steady pulse. The object was alive with energy, generating faint heat and a strange, blue-white luminescence. It glowed on our screens, pulsing in time with the hum. Radiometric dating of the surrounding soil, undisturbed for over 10,000 years. The machine predated Stonehenge by millennia. The monument above was a marker, not the main event. We were standing atop a mystery older than history itself. The true wonder was hidden, silent, and waiting. Scans revealed the disk was a complex, seamless structure, etched with channels like a giant microchip crowned by a central spire. Its alloy was unknown to science, impossibly hard, almost intelligent in its resistance. The artistry was breathtaking. Patterns flowed with mathematical elegance, crystalline and nebular. We were ants crawling over a cathedral, unable to grasp its purpose. Stonehenge was homage or warning, a circle to mark or guard the sleeping giant below. We faced a choice debate for decades or try to find a way in. The pull of the unknown was irresistible. We prepared to breach the unknowable. Gaining entry meant weeks of tense negotiations and secrecy. We used a precision laser drill, targeting a possible seam. A temporary structure hid our work. The official story was conservation. The laser touched the machine. Blue light erupted, equipment failed, the hum stopped. Panic. Had we broken it? Then a perfect circular opening appeared, not drilled but opened by the machine itself. The seam was an iris, a door dilating at our touch. The silence was anticipation. A remote probe confirmed the atmosphere inside was breathable. The way was clear. Suited up, Dr. Thorne and I descended through the iris into a vast, glowing chamber. The dome stretched a kilometre wide, filled with soft, shadowless light. The floor was a landscape of glowing channels and crystalline structures, pillars of light rising to the ceiling. We landed on a central platform. The floor felt warm, almost alive. As we walked, the light brightened ahead, guiding us toward a colossal pulsing crystal spire. The technology was alien, no screens, no controls, just an environment that responded to us. Alcoves held shimmering, rotating shapes, data perhaps, or art. It was a library, a control room, a temple. We stood in awe, humbled by the scale and mystery. On the surface, theories flew: arc, planetary engine, beacon. Chloe suggested a repository of knowledge, a legacy from a vanished civilization. Dr. Thorne saw a planetary stabilizer, a machine to regulate Earth's magnetic field. Dr. Evans, our linguist, proposed a communication device, a beacon or a sentinel waiting for a signal. Was it all of these, or something beyond our understanding? We were explorers in a new world, unable to speak its language. All we could do was observe, document, and try to learn. The central crystal was the key, an artifact unlike any other, humming with a silent energy that seemed to pulse in time with my heartbeat. Its surface shimmered with shifting colors, as if it contained a fragment of the cosmos itself, waiting to be unlocked. I pressed my palm to its surface, feeling a tingling warmth spread through my fingers. Suddenly the chamber erupted in a blinding cascade of light. Ancient stone pillars, once solid and imposing, dissolved into swirling motes of energy, revealing a vast three-dimensional star map that filled the air around me. Constellations emerged, but they were subtly different from those I knew. Patterns twisted and unfamiliar, as if seen from a vantage point far from Earth. It was as though I was gazing at the night sky from another world, somewhere deep within the galaxy. Before me a galactic chart unfolded, intricate and alive. A glowing marker pulsed, "You are here." But it wasn't our solar system. Instead, it highlighted a distant system with 2 radiant suns and 7 orbiting planets, each rendered in exquisite detail. The realization struck me. This was the true origin point of the artifact. A brilliant line of light arced gracefully from that twin-sun system, weaving its way across the star map, traversing the void between stars until it finally connected with Earth. The path was clear, a journey across unimaginable distances. The machine was more than a relic. It was a vessel, or perhaps the control center of a ship, designed to travel the stars. Its presence here was proof of a voyage that had begun light years away, a testament to the ambition and ingenuity of its creators. The map zoomed in, revealing Earth as it appeared in the distant past, lush, vibrant, teeming with life. Mars, too, was shown in its prime, oceans glimmering under a young sun, before devastation claimed its surface and left it barren. 2 luminous lines converged on Earth, one from the twin suns, the other from ancient Mars. Their intersection was no accident. It was a meeting point, a crossroads of destinies shaped by cosmic migration and planetary catastrophe. The builders, I realized, were interstellar refugees, travelers who had crossed the gulf between worlds. They were not just visitors, but neighbors, and perhaps even the distant ancestors of humanity, their legacy written in the stars and in our own DNA. The machine's origin was no longer a mystery. It was a message, a bridge between civilizations, a silent witness to journeys that shaped the fate of worlds. In that moment, I understood. This was not just the origin of a machine, but the origin of us, a story written across the cosmos, waiting to be discovered. The implications were staggering. Stonehenge was not a temple to gods, but a monument to ancestors from the stars. Myths of gods descending were history, not legend. We were the aliens we'd been searching for. The machine greeted us, a gesture of peace, a bridge across millennia. It waited for us to be ready, to learn the truth of our past. Humanity's story is written across the stars. Stonehenge is a signpost on our journey home. Our exploration has just begun.